Today's podcast episode is sponsored by
Michael and Michelle Lassen, First State Bank Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender.
Visit us on our website at yourlakeloan.com. We want to be your home loan professionals, your lake lenders.
Listeners, it's season 6. Can you believe it? But thank you so much for tuning in to more of our Grow, Thrive, Inspire podcast, a podcast created for you to grow both personally and professionally, to thrive with clear goals and visions, and to inspire. Whether you're a full-time resident here at Lake of the Ozarks, a visitor, or want to be either in the future, we know you're going to love this episode as much as we do. So let's jump in. Today on the show, I'm super excited to highlight a new business. This business is located in Osage Beach off of KK. And to help me highlight this awesome place is someone who I think is just the most humble soul, a good friend of mine, and now the owner of Baristago Coffee Co., Miss Ashley Hayes. So Ashley, thank you so much for being an avid fan of our show, a great friend of mine and my kiddos, and allowing me to highlight all that you have going on. So I'm super excited to talk about Baristago and everything that you have planned for this venture. It is so awesome.
I am so excited, Kaylin. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, Baristago is growing way quicker than I expected it to. It's getting bigger. We're now in the finalists for the Best of the Lake. Didn't see that coming, so That's quick. Yes, we were in top 5, and so today starts the voting for the Best of the Lake. We're really excited to be even thought of for that.
Oh, wow.
So yes, that's really exciting, and we're starting to see food trucks on there in different categories, so I'm hoping maybe next year we'll have a food truck category in that.
Oh, I hope
so. So yes, everything's growing at the lake. It's so exciting.
Well, first I want to hear your story. So I want to kind of start with just you telling me and our lake listeners just a little bit more about yourself, kind of where you found the passion to do what you do.
Awesome. I am born and raised here at the Lake of the Ozarks, back when this was the General Hospital in the 80s. I love this place. It is home to me, and my kiddos were both born here as well, raised my family here, and we're all, Lakers, Indians of all sorts. Here at the lake, I have spent the last 2 decades at least in food and beverage, and so that kind of is something that settles inside you, and it's hard to get out of that if you're really meant for it. A couple years ago, let's see, we're in 2023 now, so 2021, I started this food truck venture with one of my dearest friends, and I had seen something on Facebook that said, okay, imagine this. It's an ice cream truck, but it's for adults and there's coffee.
Yes.
And I said, okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. And at the time, I was running bars and operations over at the Margaritaville, and part of those were the coffee shop. And so I had found interest in that. I've been doing coffee since I was in high school. It's back in Panera days. So just putting it on wheels and finding out that it's not about people coming to you, it's about going to the people, going to concerts, going to festivals, going to fairs, any big event that wouldn't otherwise have food or drink available, they can bring in food trucks, and that really put in the passion for me. It's such a growing thing here at the Lake of the Ozarks. And so even in the last 24 months, we're seeing food trucks pop up that we had never heard of, but they're owned by people here at the lake. And so other people at the lake are taking those big steps as well. I had zero intention of having a brick and mortar. This kind of fell in my lap. I had a friend of mine, actually our coffee roasters over at Firefly Valley out of Camdenton, mentioned, hey, did you see that this opportunity became available? I crossed paths with the owner, and now we are beginning ready to start our 3rd month at the new location on Highway KK, and it's so much fun. There's so incredible amount of opportunities out there for this.
Well, that's amazing because, focusing on your start for a second, like we were talking about, you started this in a truck. So tell me about the startup of that thing and how you got there and kind of made the connections that you did with all of the stops that you had.
So with starting the truck, we're going to go back to that Facebook post, and I said, let's do that, and so we started out thinking we're just going to go door to door and sell coffee. Not at all the case. You can't. It sounds amazing. If I had someone knocking on my door say, hey, can I make you a latte before I go down the street?
I'd be all about it.
Amazing. That would be so much fun. The fact is, it's not that simple. The food truck is just like a kitchen on wheels. You can't just drive down the road with your pots and pans sitting out. And so we learned a lot on our first year. I am getting ready to start my third year. I am still learning. So the biggest part of that was learning where food trucks are needed. They're, occasionally they're absolutely needed at the side of the road. As you're driving through, you see an opportunity, you're going to pull over, try some new food, learn about the owner. A lot of them are, like I said, putting food and beverage where they wouldn't otherwise be. So the fairs, the campouts, the festivals, the concerts. We paired up with the Ozarks Amphitheater in Camden. That's been so much fun. We've been getting great reviews about that. People are saying, hey, I love the beer and soda, but it's nice to have something besides that when I go out to the concert, when I go out to the fairs. And so we're bringing opportunities for them to try something else. We're featuring local coffees. And so we have learned where food trucks are best meant for and where the community can best access them.
I love that.
We're learning a lot of different hurdles that we weren't expecting as well.
Right.
And so as everyone knows, food trucks haven't always been at the Lake of the Ozarks. A lot of the areas are still learning how to do them. And that's where the coalition got put into place last year, is we wanted to have a better representation in our local governing bodies, trying to help figure that out. And so here, hopefully this summer, we're going to have our 4th semi-annual food truck festival. And I think the lake is really getting in the groove of being excited about food trucks now.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I see them at the local shows that go on, like the boutique shows and things.
Yes.
I mean, I just see more and more, and I love seeing it.
The business owners are really excited about it too. They're highlighting what they already have to offer for the guests, which is amazing.
Yeah. Well, fast forwarding now, you blew everyone, including me and my kids, out of the water when you got the new storefront location.
Yes.
So tell me about that. Like, that was insane.
So, like I said, we'll go back to the coffee roasters that I have. Dax and Stephanie Beeman out of Camden. They run Firefly Valley. They had mentioned speaking to the owner of Great Stone Coffee. He was no longer interested in really keeping it forward. He has so many projects. He's a really busy guy. And so they said, hey, did you talk to the coffee truck girl? And he goes, the what? So they said, can we give him your number? He messaged out to me. I met with him a couple times. I got the key in my hand November 28th. Our first day open was December 16th. I am incredibly fortunate.
I love it.
She is almost 21, daughter, my oldest child. My daughter did culinary classes throughout high school. She really finds herself in the kitchen. So the entire time, Mom, I want a food truck. I want a food truck. I just want my own kitchen. She's helped open a couple different restaurants here at the lake. She has incredible comfort back there. And so I told her about this opportunity, and she jumped on it with me, and she has really led the way with that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because as you know, the coffee truck doesn't offer food, and now we have an incredible menu. We do breakfast all day. We kind of tested the waters on lunch. People are way more excited about breakfast all day, and Alyssa's got some amazing menu options and items on there. So we have people coming all day, every day for her crazy things that she's got on there. She just released the biggest breakfast tacos I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
People are so excited about that.
I'm going to have to try those.
Oh, my goodness. So between the coffee shop that I'm overseeing, the kitchen that Alyssa's overseeing, and then the gentleman that I'm running the building from, Will, he is still really active in the theater community around the area.
Great.
And so we have a big stage that takes up in our back corner, and we have open mic nights. We have radioactive theater performances. We host local musicians. It's all about just kind of getting the community together somewhere besides going out. I mean, I'm not taking away from going out to the bar. That's our economy. That's our livelihood here at the lake, our waterfront locations, on-land locations. However, it's a good time to be able to take your kids out to go do something besides going to the bar.
Yes.
And so we've been teaming up with a lot of the local businesses. Another platform for doing that. We've teamed up with Wicked Sugar. We did a cocoa bomb party. We teamed up with W Hills in Market, and they did a latte bomb party. We've teamed up with Susie's Sip and Painting and done painting nights. And so we're just trying to give more opportunities for the local businesses as well.
Well, I'm so glad that you talked that, because that's exactly where I wanted to kind of transition with this next question. But you obviously had me at coffee. Like, that's just who I am. I drink coffee all the time, every day, all day. It's my favorite. So I was already in love with you just for the coffee. But what I fell in love with even more when you got your storefront was just, all of the amazing plans that you have for, like, the local community, the local artists, the local music. So, just tell me more about what you have planned there. I mean, I know you're doing the open mic nights and events, but I mean, give our listeners kind of a sneak peek to that.
We have so much planned for this year. We are teaming up with local nonprofits, trying to get some more activities there for local ambassadors, for teaching the kids how to run their own businesses and start and thrive there. We're teaming up with local musicians to try to do open mic nights, jam session nights, where they just bring in their own instrument and visit for a little bit. I am in Camden County, but outside of city limits, and so it's a little more affordable for food trucks to operate on my location. Great. Therefore, any food truck in the area that has their Camden County permit, I would be interested in having them host. KK's never had the opportunity for food trucks before, and with me being a member of the coalition here at the Lake of the Ozarks, we're really trying to pump food trucks.
Yeah.
So our platform is, once our coffee shop closes at 2, I want to hand that parking lot over to a food truck and let them thrive there on KK. We're 1.5 miles from Margaritaville. We're across the street from some of the bigger neighborhoods of the lake. There's so many condos down KK.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so, I mean, it's helping pump other people up inside. We have several offerings from local artists and local boutique areas. We are working on building the Made at the Lake boutique, which is going to be in there. It's going to have locally made soaps, candles, jewelry, clothing. We have several vendors in there now. We've got a couple authors out of the Osage Beach that are selling their books there.
You still do the painting
We
thing
have paintings
too.
all over the wall.
I love those.
So Alyssa, my daughter, the one that's really heading the restaurant, she went through and she gave each artist their own wall, because before they were kind of scattered throughout. So you can go through, and it's kind of like going to an art exhibit. Each artist has their own wall with descriptions of the paintings. You can see some themes in some of the paintings. You can really see some differences in some of them. Some of them are digital art, which is really unique as well.
I've seen that.
So we're really excited to have all that, and those are all local artists from around the surrounding areas here. Our pride is going to be saying, yep, that's from the lake, that's from the lake, that's from the lake. And we're really wanting to highlight that on Highway KK. There's so much opportunity to highlight what people came here for. They came here to learn about the lake, to be a part of it. And so they'll be able to drive by in the local coffee, local artists, local, entrepreneurial, and all sorts of different forms. So we're really just excited to highlight local at the coffee shop.
I just can't get enough of that.
So
I
exciting.
love that. If someone was interested in doing stuff up at the coffee shop, how would they go about doing that with you?
There's so many different options there. I have had different vendors and different businesses reach out to me and say, hey, can we do a pop-up here? Can we have a class? Can we teach a class here? Can we perform here? Different musicians. Hey, when's your next open mic? So a lot of the best opportunity, you can hop on Facebook and message us, or we invite you, please come in and talk to us about the opportunity. We do offer, space rentals. So we have some baby showers that have happened, some birthday parties.
Oh, cool.
We have locals that I'm working with. We're going to be having a Girl Scout cookie table sitting out front. What's better than cookies and coffee?
Right, yeah.
And so, yes, coming in and talking to us is the best opportunity to hear what we have, both for events that we're throwing and events that they want to throw as well. We really want to get to where we're partnering with local businesses. We have our fingers crossed that the opportunities for that are going to get bigger and better as we go. So,
what are your feelings on kind of the growth of Lake of the Ozarks this year?
It's focusing on the locals, which is the best part to me. The businesses that I'm seeing growing and getting bigger and doing more, I could tell you the names of the people who own them and where they live at the lake.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's my favorite part. Of course, we're getting our big corporate brands and our big franchises, but that's not what everybody's paying attention to. They're not paying attention to that. They're paying attention to the new boutique in town, to, of course, I'm so fortunate, the new coffee shop. We have the best of the lake going on right now, so we're really highlighting a lot of the locals. And if you look on that, it's mostly locally owned businesses, and that just means the world to me.
Yeah,
it's
me
so
too.
incredibly, fortunate to be seeing that happening right now. Of course, everybody knows that we've grown in the last couple of years. Since the pandemic, people are learning what the lake has to offer. And I just think it's going to get bigger and better from here. And I'm really excited that it's all locally based. You know? And even a lot of the businesses that are turning over, the new hands on deck, owning them and running them are here at the lake as well. So it's really incredible opportunities for everybody.
I couldn't agree more. I think that the growth is just going to continue.
Yes.
And I love seeing what has come out of that COVID train that we had here. Because I have seen nothing but just people, even younger generations, just wanting to get in on that entrepreneurial
Doing
side,
it for
bring
themselves.
more
It's
to
beautiful.
this community. I love it. It's so inspiring.
And
So
the networking is amazing within the community too. Of course, we have the different networking, groups and communities, but even just partnering with
Yeah.
your neighbors and knowing who to refer. Right inside the coffee shop, there's a giant corkboard, and those are just local businesses pinned there. I could say those are the people that make my signs. Those are the people that fix my sink when it's broken, you know.
Yep.
And it's just amazing to be able to refer other locals. So I'm really excited to be focusing on that.
Well, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because I think that that's one thing that we take for granted here at the lake is just the organizations that help us push those things, like our local chambers, the Rotary, the B&I groups, just all of those organizations that really help entrepreneurs, like, keep their face out there, keep that, you know, networking opportunity.
They're creating a lot more opportunities for that too. I know that the Osage Beach, for instance, we're working with the city of Osage Beach, the Parks and Rec, the Social Economic Development, even Mayor Harmison himself. They're all excited about making the food truck festival grow in Osage Beach, and we all know that festival is based on what the local has to offer, what the lake area can show you. You know, our local business, our locally owned food trucks, our local musicians. Camdenton's bringing in more smaller businesses for their events, the Christmas tree lighting, the heydays, and so everything just seems to be growing.
That's so cool. So what do you think about the next 5 years as far as, like, where you see yourself?
I'm already planning other food trucks.
Yes!
Girl, I've got so many other ideas going. We have a lot of people that are coming. They're reaching out to the different food trucks. They're saying, hey, we want to start bringing food trucks into these businesses. And so in the next 5 years, I think the food truck community is going to grow. I think the locally owned businesses, the ones that we're seeing right now that are just starting up, that they're doing their pop-up tables, their pop-up tents, their special events, they're going to have storefronts. And they're going to be the ones that people are going to, as opposed to putting in a bulk order at this chain over here. They're going to know that if they go to this locally owned place, that the product is amazing. The owners are going to make it happen. I really see us focusing on the smaller businesses in these next 5 years, because I know the ones that are starting up now and I know how well they're going to do. So, and that's going to be great. And a lot of the kids are involved, which is amazing to me.
I love that.
The more and more I go out and I talk to the business owners, I see their kids in the kitchen helping them out. I see their kids helping carry in boxes and do stuff for them. The kids are involved and they're excited about it. They're talking about it. So, I mean, we're raising more entrepreneurs coming up right behind us.
Yeah, that you can hopefully pass down generationally.
Yes, it's going to be so exciting.
Super exciting. So what's something important to you that you want to accomplish within our local community with what you're doing, in your opinion? Like something that's just top of mind.
My personal business aside, I want to see businesses that otherwise wouldn't have a platform have a place to grow and thrive and all of just be successful. I want to help make the connections that people will need in doing this. When people come, they say, hey, I'm interested in doing this. And if it's something I can help them with, let's help each other. Let's do it. And so my goal would be to help other people succeed. Everybody needs to, I mean, we're here to make this lake better and bigger, and we're all going to work together to do that. And so that's what I want to see. Less competition and more camaraderie.
Yeah.
So that is my biggest goal here.
Yeah, law of abundance, in my opinion. I mean, the pie doesn't shrink. It just gets bigger the more you pour into it.
Exactly. And we all see what our lakes do, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. And you know, I remember when we were kids, the joke of, we roll up those sidewalks after Labor Day. There's nothing here for you. That's really not that true anymore.
No,
we're
it's
alive
not.
12 months out of the year. You know, with the exception of some ice here and there, this place doesn't slow down like it used to. And I think a lot of the local businesses here are going to cash in on that, and it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So one of my favorite things about your venture is, like we were talking about, the level of community, the overall vibe that you bring to the table. Like when I walk in to Baristago, it's a whole experience. Like even my kids are like, "Can we go see Ashley? I want to go to the coffee shop." You know,
They know
and
that's good.
Yeah, they love it. They love it. And so every time I come in, I feel like I'm at home.
Oh,
If
that's
that makes
awesome.
sense.
I love
so,
hearing
like,
that.
Is that intentional? Like, are you
Absolutely
putting that
intentional.
culture? I love it.
You create the reality that you surround yourself with. Life is a mirror, you know, and if you want people to be smiling back at you, give them a reason to smile back at you. Be happy about it. Be excited. You create your own reality, man. I surround myself with people that I know are looking to smile, looking to have fun. So when I'm not there, the faces that are going to be there are hopefully doing the same thing. They're, you know, of course, my daughter is, you know, my copy and paste. And I'm so proud of that. But the people that we are bringing into the coffee shop, not only do they know coffee, not only do they know food, but they know how to be part of the hospitality industry at the lake, and we're very proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. I want the energy to be relaxed. I want you to be able to go there and make a couple business phone calls or type up a report or study. We have a lot of the homeschool community that comes there and studies, which is amazing. I love
That's
having...
getting a bigger too.
It is.
But,
It's getting so much bigger, and I'm really excited about that too, because that's another aspect of community.
It is.
Because it takes a village.
It
does
does.
take a village, and I can name several names off the top of my head that are, volunteering hundreds of hours a month into making this happen, not just for their kids, but for others as well. Very proud of what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm one of your
Yes.
biggest fans. I
Oh,
freaking
thank you
love
so
your
much.
coffee. It is my
I'm very...
favorite.
You have to enjoy what you're doing to be good at it.
I mean, really,
And I have so much fun doing it.
Yeah,
It's a blast.
I mean, you only have one life. You
No,
gotta live
yeah.
it. You know what I mean? You gotta enjoy what you gotta do. You gotta get up every day and do the things, and it might as well be something that you love.
I tell my kids all the time, I don't care what you do when you get older. I don't care how much money you make. That doesn't matter to me. How many times are you going to hit snooze before you make yourself get up and go?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Exactly.
I love
Be
that.
excited to get up and go do what you do. Man, of course I'm tired some days, but at the end of the day, I'm so proud of what we're doing. I'm having so much fun doing it. If I can't dance while I'm working, I don't want to do it.
Yep,
You know, that's the way it needs to be.
Okay, so I got one more question for you.
Go for it.
It's how I like to wrap up every episode. Okay,
All right.
It's kind of like a rapid fire set of questions.
Okay.
First one: where is an area of growth that you want to experience either personally or professionally?
An area of growth. Organization, personally.
Yeah.
Professionally, we're going to keep making the food truck community at the Lake of the Ozarks bigger and better.
I love it.
It's going to be more accepted. We're going to show people, hey, these are your local community members showing you what they can do. It's not a threat to these bigger businesses. We're going to make it more accepted. We're going to get more people excited about it. We're going to get more of a presence at the lake.
Awesome.
I'm very
Awesome.
excited for that.
So, what, in your opinion, is an area that you're currently thriving in?
Networking.
Networking. Yes.
I'm so excited about that. I'm meeting so many new people. I'm getting involved in new organizations. I am learning new opportunities, not just for me, but for other people who might be looking for those opportunities. Just getting together with other people in the area.
You know, that was one of my favorite things when I
Yes.
first started coming to your truck before you even got the storefront.
Getting
I
to meet
was
new faces.
Yeah, well, new faces, and then I'm always telling you about like what I was doing with Mix and Morph and stuff, and you're like, oh, I know this person. You need to talk to them. I know this, and like
Yes.
you're always like connecting people. I love that.
You can connect your whole community, just gets stronger every time. It's
Yeah.
so great.
Okay, last one. What inspires you?
Having fun.
Yeah.
Having fun inspires me, man. I want everybody to have fun. Like you said, we only get to do this once. It's not about getting up and slaving all day, every day. It's about getting up and having fun and make the most of the opportunities you're given. Fun absolutely inspires me, and people around me having fun is a big part of that.
I love it.
So making sure everybody's smiling and having a good time.
Well, you definitely make me smile, girl.
Thank you so much.
Well, Grow, Thrive, Inspire listeners, we could not be more thankful to Ashley for being here and bringing all of this information about Baristago to the table for all of us and you Lake listeners. So we have more episodes coming. I cannot believe it's season 6, but be sure to tune back in on Wednesdays and like and subscribe to our channels. We're still on all the same platforms: Spotify, Apple, iTunes, YouTube. You can find us everywhere: Facebook, Instagram. It's all up there. But I also want to give a shout out to our sponsors: Michael and Michelle Lassen with First State Bank Mortgage, equal housing lender. You can find them at yourlakeloan.com. And we are very thankful for sponsoring our episodes for this season. You can check them out online. They do great things for the equal housing opportunities and the local lending around here at Lake of the Ozarks. So remember to always grow, thrive, inspire, and we'll catch you next time.